Welcome to episode 236 of OTD, your daily dose of soccer history by 17 Lost Guy. It is June 24th, 1990. Italia 90. In World Cup round of 16. Today gives us 6 hours of rivalry. At 5 p.m. in Turin, Brazil against Argentina. At 9 p.m. in Milan, West Germany against the Netherlands. 4 football nations, 7 World Cups between them at the time. And by the end of the night, Argentina and West Germany are through. Brazil are out. The Netherlands are out, and the 1990 World Cup has produced 2 of its most dramatic, poisonous, and unforgettable knockout matches. But how did we get here? Start with Brazil versus Argentina. This is not just a match. It is South America's great football rivalry. The 2 giant civilizations of the continent, different languages, different self-images, and different myths. Brazil, with Pelé, Garrincha, 1958, 62, and 70. The idea of beauty, of rhythm, and O Gioco Bonito. Argentina, with Di Stefano, Sivori, Kempes, Menotti, Bilardo, Maradona, the Potrero, the mix of beauty and knife-edge pragmatism. In 1990, Argentina are defending world champions, but they don't look like it. They opened the tournament by losing to Cameroon. Then they beat the Soviet Union and draw with Romania. They finished third in their group and squeezed through. Maradona is hurt. His ankle is swollen. His body is not the body from 1986, but he's still Diego, which means the opponent must always treat one pass as a national emergency. Brazil are different. They are coached by Sebastião Lazzaroni, and this is not the Brazil of 1970. It is more cautious, more European in structure, built around a back 3 and wing backs. Dunga, Alemão, Mauro Galvão, Ricardo Gomes, Branco, and Jorginho. Up front, Careca and Müller. Not the most beloved Brazil, but efficient. And they win all 3 group matches against Sweden, Costa Rica, and Scotland. 3 wins, 4 goals scored, 1 conceded. So the basic emotional setup is perfect. Brazil looks stronger. Argentina look wounded. But wounded Argentina still have Maradona. Stadio delle Alpi in Turin. Referee is Joël Quignou of France. Brazil dominate. That is not the myth. That is the match. Careca threatens. Alemão hits the bar. Dunga hits the post. Argentina survived through blocks, desperation, and goalkeeper Sergio Goycochea. And the old football truth that being better doesn't matter unless the ball crosses the line. And then comes the controversy. During a pause in play, Brazilian left back Branco drinks from a bottle offered by someone connected to the Argentine side. Later, he says he felt dizzy, heavy, and wrong. Years later, Maradona says Argentina had a bottle prepared with something in it, and that Branco drank the wrong water. Argentina's federation, Carlos Bilardo, deny wrongdoing. This becomes known as the holy water scandal. Can we prove Branco was drugged? No. Can we ignore the story? Also no. Because it has become part of the rivalry's toxic folklore. The idea that Brazil lost not only to a counterattack, but to Argentina's darker arts. Brazil were dominant. Branco drank from an Argentine bottle, later complained of grogginess, and Maradona later claimed the bottle contained tranquilizers, while Argentina denied it. Then in the 81st minute, football stops caring about balance of play. Maradona receives it in midfield. 4 Brazilians converge on him. He's not fast anymore, not really, but the ball still obeys. He slips through the crowd and releases the perfect pass. Claudio Caniggia runs clear. Taffarel comes out. Caniggia rounds him and scores. Argentina 1, Brazil 0. 1 chance, 1 pass, 1 finish. Brazil, who had pushed and hit the frame and controlled the night, are out. Argentina, who had suffered for 80 minutes, are alive. Now the second match. West Germany versus the Netherlands. This is Europe's bitter neighbor rivalry. The Dutch had lost the 1974 World Cup final to West Germany in Munich. That wound shaped a generation. Total football. Cruyff, a clockwork orange brilliance, and still Germany lifted the trophy. In 1988, the Netherlands finally got revenge. They beat West Germany in Hamburg in the European Championship semi-final, then won the tournament. Marco van Basten, Ruud Gullit, Frank Rijkaard, Ronald Koeman, Hans van Breukelen. The Dutch had their great title at last. By 1990, the core is still there, but something is off. The Netherlands qualify from a World Cup group where everything feels flat. 3 draws: England, Egypt, Republic of Ireland. They advanced only after lots decide final positions between the Dutch and the Irish. West Germany looks sharper. Franz Beckenbauer is the coach. The squad has Lothar Matthäus, Andreas Brehme, Jürgen Klinsmann, Rudi Völler, Pierre Littbarski, Thomas Hessler, Guido Buchwald, Klaus Augenthaler, and Bodo Illgner. They beat Yugoslavia 4-1, the United Arab Emirates 5-1, then draw with Colombia. This looks like a team with purpose. San Siro, Milan. Referee Juan Carlos Lusto of Argentina. And the match becomes ugly, quickly. Frank Rijkaard fouls Rudi Völler and is booked. Then he spits at him. Völler reacts. Moments later, in the Dutch penalty area, Völler and goalkeeper Hans van Breukelen collide. Völler goes down. The Dutch are furious. Lusto sends off Völler. Then he sends off Rijkaard too. As they leave, Rijkaard spits again into Völler's hair. 2 stars gone. And one of the nastiest images in World Cup history is created. The match now has 10 against 10, but Germany handled the chaos better. 51st minute. Jürgen Klinsmann scores. It is a brilliant forwards goal, sharp movement, angled finish, German control imposed on Dutch disorder. West Germany 1, Netherlands 0. The Dutch try to respond, but they lack rhythm. Gullit is not fully himself. Van Basten is contained, and Rijkaard is gone. Then in the 85th minute, Andreas Brehme curls in Germany's second, 2-0. Ronald Koeman scores a late penalty, 2-1. But the Netherlands are out. West Germany are through. So what? The winners of these 2 matches end up in the final. Argentina beat Yugoslavia on penalties in the quarterfinal, then beat Italy in penalties in Naples, Maradona City, in a match loaded with its own emotional politics and worthy of its own OTD episode. West Germany beat Czechoslovakia, then England on penalties. Of course they do. And then Rome, July 8, Argentina against West Germany again, a repeat of the 1986 final. This time, Germany win 1-0 on an Andreas Brehme penalty. Argentina finish with 9 men. Maradona cries. Beckenbauer becomes one of the few men to win the World Cup as player as well as coach. And these rivalries keep moving. Brazil and Argentina remain South America's reference point. Since 1990, Brazil won the World Cup in 1994 and 2002. Argentina finally returned to the summit in 2022 with Messi. The rivalry gives us Copa America finals, qualifiers, abandoned matches, Neymar and Messi, Maracanã 2021, and the constant argument over which country owns the soul of South American football. Germany and the Netherlands also continue their long argument. Germany win the World Cup in 2014. The Netherlands still doesn't have any. They come close again and again. 74, 78, 2010 finals, 98, 2014, 2022 deep runs, teams of genius, teams of structure, teams of heartbreak, but no World Cup. And that is the emotional asymmetry. Germany turns pain into trophies. The Netherlands turns pain into mythology. June 24, 1990 shows what Italia 98 really was. Not the most beautiful World Cup, not the highest scoring World Cup, but a tournament of pressure, grudges, narrow margins, penalties, cynicism, survival, and moments that feel almost theatrical in their cruelty. Brazil hit the woodwork and lose to one Maradona pass. The Dutch bring a European champion generation and leave remembered, partly for spit. Argentina look broken and reach the final. Germany look cold and become champions. That is why this day matters. Because from late afternoon to late night, football gave us 2 rivalries at boiling point and then sent the winners toward each other. Before we go, 3 things to take away from June 24, 1990. First, Brazil-Argentina was a classic example of knockout cruelty. Brazil were better for most of the match. Argentina had Maradona and Caniggia. Second, West Germany and Netherlands was less about beauty than emotional residue. 1974, 88, on neighborly bitterness, and then Rijkaard and Völler, turning rivalry into spitting images of ugliness. Third, the day became the hinge of the tournament. The 2 winners met in the final, with Germany reversing 1986 and Argentina discovering that survival can take you only so far. On this day in 1990, Argentina beat Brazil 1-0 in Turin, West Germany beat the Netherlands 2-1 in Milan, and one World Cup Sunday delivered 2 rivalries, 2 controversies, and the 2 teams that would meet in the final. That is all for episode 236 of OTD, your daily dose of soccer history by 17 Lost Guy. I need your help. If you haven't done it already, please rate the show 5 stars and share it with your friends. It really helps pushing OTD in front of more people so that we can all enjoy more soccer history together. Tomorrow, go to June 25, 2006 Portugal against the Netherlands, 16 yellow cards, 4 red cards, and a match remembered simply as the Battle of Nuremberg. See you then.